Doge holders, shots to y'all. Get excited for this. This is breaking news. All right, guys. Grayscale files for S1 Dogecoin ETF. Let's go. We'd love to see it. All right. As filed with the SEC on August 15th. That is today's date, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday. Congrats. You made it to the end of the week. United States Security and Exchange Commission, Washington, D.C., Form S1 registration under the Securities Act of 1933. Greyscale Dogecoin Trust. Wow. This is Crypto Wendy O reacting to this Dogecoin ETF incoming, all caps. She's excited. Shout out to Crypto Wendy O. A lot of people on X are commenting about this. Cardano, in the meantime, just flipped Dogecoin. Just flipped Tron as well. A lot of capital flowing into ADA at the moment. But let's take a look at Dogecoin's charts. I know it's up pretty damn well on the year. 126%. That's pretty nice. I mean, in the top 10, 20, 15, whatever it is, top 15, I believe, or top 10 maybe, you know, that's pretty damn good compared to some of the other ones that haven't really been pumping as much. So the thing with Dogecoin, guys, it's a mineable coin. It's been around for a long time. It was one of the first community-driven projects that I think were able to take off, obviously outside of Bitcoin. But this was just so different. Dogecoin was the first meme of its kind. It's basically a fork of Bitcoin. So, I mean, it has a large community. I know the Doge dog in real life actually passed recently, so rest in peace. Very sad. But, I mean, guys, past month performance up 17%. It's down the week barely. I mean, up on the day, probably because this news that, I mean, just broke out recently. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, news just broke out, spiked up a little bit. I'm assuming that's why. But all time, guys, I mean, look at how insane this is. This is 2021. All right. So where are we now here, right? We saw this spike up in November, December. I feel like that's a good sign because that's when certain coins were going up. When positive news is out, Donald Trump was, you know, took the office and we were going into this bullish environment. So this is good to see. Do I think Doge can possibly reach all-time highs again? I think so, yeah. I think there's a whole new space, a whole new era of individuals entering the space for the first time. Boomers, institutional guys, more retail, you know, and people are going to be looking at the top coins. And now that you can dip your toe with 401k and stuff all into cryptocurrency, again, like, there is psychological things. So some people are going to go into this space looking at one Bitcoin, which costs basically $120,000 right now, or even one ETH, you know, like almost $5,000. And then they're going to see something that's 6 cents and they're going to be like, all right, I can get a shit ton of that. Excuse my language. But that's the psychological nature. So when you look at coins under $1 or maybe a couple dollars or something like that, those coins are probably going to see a nice influx, and especially one that's been around for a long time, like Dogecoin has. It's proved itself, somehow survived basically 6-7 years. Really not much going on. Then all of a sudden, Elon Musk started tweeting about it. Things started to happen. Community-driven projects started to pick up. People, you know, community projects on Doge started to pick up, and you have a community now. And you know, this is the second half of its run here. And I believe for sure that Dogecoin can get above this price again, 74 cents. Certain people have price targets of $2. I mean, we're at 23 cents right now, so that would be pretty damn nice. But again, guys, I mean, look at how positive this is. You have Grayscale filing for an ETF, a Dogecoin ETF. That is something to celebrate. That is something to be proud about. And you know what this also does? It opens up the gate for possibly more or different meme coins to come for their own ETFs. There's plenty of prominent meme coins out there, big communities behind them. You know, a lot are going to go to zero. A lot are going to go to zero. Most of them are going to go to zero. Even if, you know, ones are building communities and stuff, like right now, Pudgy is doing all this stuff, and it's pretty insane to see all the marketing that they're doing, the brand awareness, you know, via all the marketing and their products, their digital products, you know, the physical products. It's very impressive. You know, they've been doing this with the new CEO for a short amount of time. So like they still have to prove if that's sustainable. They're gonna, you know, be okay during downtimes and stuff like this. Like, they could easily be gone a year from now. So you got to be careful with this stuff, guys. But I mean, Pangu is not Dogecoin. You know, Dogecoin is looked at basically as a successful example of maybe of things to do right when trying to make it as a meme coin. I've talked a lot on this channel about the evolution of meme coins. You know, if you like a Pengu, for example, or like a Snek on Cardano, or, you know, I think Pepe, for example, too, has like a very robust community where they're trying to do more outside of just a picture on an image of a freaking animal or something, right? There's actual use case. There's something tangible behind it. Big communities. Snek has an energy drink. Pengu has the physical, you know, animals and digital products as well. So it's like, what are you doing in that respect? Like, Pengu is very successful in parts of Asia and stuff like that. Their marketing is insane. So, you know, you have to build teams and communities, and you still have to have developers and stuff like this to be able to continue these chains. So like the fact that Dogecoin's been doing this since 2014-ish, and they're still here today, 11 plus years later-ish, that's very impressive. So, you know, so far this administration basically said, or the SEC, you know, that we have in our eyes 3 mature cryptocurrencies, which was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. But, you know, Dogecoin, a couple other could possibly be thrown into that mix, possibly Litecoin as well. I think Litecoin has a good future as well. You know, it's not hard to understand something like Litecoin. So makes sense there. But this is very interesting, guys. Shout out to all the Doge holders out there. Shout out to all y'all. And yeah, I mean, I think Doge is looking pretty nice right now. Doing pretty good on the year. You know, zoom out a little bit. That's what we always like to do here in the channel. So guys, appreciate you for tapping in. I'll be back here shortly to hop on another stream, talk about some exciting things. If you are a Dogecoin holder, let me know in the comments if you think Doge is a dinosaur coin. Let me know. There's plenty of new memes. Let me know what you're looking at. Very curious. Appreciate you guys for tapping in. I'll see you again shortly in a bit.